Hey, this is Doug with Workforce Gaming. This Pax East 2024 interview is part of a larger series where I spoke with developers, producers, level designers, motion capture artists, and programmers about the games they are presenting. Today's interview is from a developer known for their dreamlike experimental games, who after a canceled project decided to make the loudest, angriest game at PAX. I can't wait for you to hear our interview with the creator of Juice. Hey, this is Doug with Workforce Gaming. I'm here with Max, the creator of Juice.
Hello.
I actually ran into you many PAXs ago because you also had another very colorful and interesting looking game called 0 Degrees North, 0 Degrees West. Correct?
Yeah.
So I didn't know this was your game. I happened to be walking by. I was like, hey, that's a really cool art style. and it happened to be yours. So your first game was kind of like, I don't know how to describe, my personal opinion, it's like you had these interesting experiments with shaders, and it was kind of like more of like an art sort of, it was really interesting and fun to go through.
Thank
it's like
you.
this sort of like very evocative, interesting art show of sorts.
Yeah, it was really about like that feeling when we're dreaming, where we go from one world to the next world. You know,
Sure.
it's like the dreams lead into other dreams. I wanted to like really capture that in a game, so it was really just you're basically lost in another dimension,
Yeah.
and it's just about endless exploration.
And I remember playing that very late at night, going like, "This is a good vibe to play
Nice.
this game." So your new game is, when I came up, it was like, "Hey, you really got to do the 0 Degrees North." You're like, "Yeah, you want to play the opposite of that."
Yes,
So what is
absolutely.
Juice?
So Juice is about a monster taking
Yeah.
over a city, and
Okay.
then also a human trying to survive.
Okay.
So it's this like dual narrative back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
And like the monster gets bigger every night, every night. Sorry, I'm like at PAX and I got scrambled.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing great. I promise you're doing great.
Keep saying the same
No,
thing over
I
and
know.
over.
How many times have you given this speech? About 20, 30, 40? Yeah.
Hundreds. But
Yeah.
so basically Juice is about like this monster that just
Yeah.
like goes out of control, and then a citizen trying to survive.
Yeah.
And at one point in the story, this monster and the player meet, and
Yeah.
you get to choose whether you want to keep playing as a monster or you want to keep playing as the citizen.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah, it's just about like, you know,
I guess my question was, so what made you go from 0 Degree North, which is much more experiential based, to
Yeah.
like a story based monster killing game? Like, what were you interested in just doing that, or what was your thought?
Well, I always wanted to try to do a first-person shooter
Oh, okay,
type
sure.
of game, and then it's actually kind of a fun story. But like for the past almost 3 years,
Yeah.
I had been working on this community building game where you move
Okay.
into a new neighborhood, and you meet your neighbors and you do jobs for all of them.
Okay.
And we had like a 10-person team with
Yeah.
a publisher support, and in this new like the crisis that has been happening with video games.
Oh God, yes, yeah.
We got caught
Oh,
because they
shoot.
kept saying that it wasn't like economically feasible.
Oh
to
man,
do
I'm
a
so
game like
sorry.
That. No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it was in ultimately it was BS.
Yeah.
They just mismanaged funds because they cut a lot of other projects.
Yeah,
So-
it's like sounds like a killing field at the moment
Yeah,
for
so-
small teams. Yeah.
So I was like really angry, you know, at what was going on.
Sure.
Like,
So you made the most punk as hell video
Yeah,
game.
Yeah, I was doing a really peaceful game, and I was like, you know what? Fudge
Fuck
it.
it.
Let's just do like the complete opposite and
Yeah.
put all my emotions in this like a horrible game.
Yeah,
basically.
it looks like a screen.
Yeah.
Like if I could describe it, it looks like a screen
Yeah.
because you are going around as a monster. It is lo-fi VHS, blood all over the screen, these cool hand-drawn graphics and
just
stuff.
humans exploding and viscera and guts. Yeah, it's just the good stuff.
So
you know?
I guess the question though, but making a game like this, at some point you're like the anger dies down. Now I have to actually make it.
yeah,
like
yeah.
I
And
used-
it's been a blast.
it's been very cathartic. I
It's
imagine.
very cathartic, and
Yeah.
it's also like all hand drawn, which is something
Yeah.
that I always love doing.
Okay.
And
yeah.
so it was like the first time like mixing the two together, like my hand drawings
Yeah.
with the 3D work, and so honestly like everything about the game has been like amazing to like work on. And
Nice. And did
Yeah.
you? Because I mean, it's set in a neighborhood and that sort of thing. You're talking about your earlier game. Did you
Yeah.
use assets from that to kind of rebuild
no,
this one?
not really. Actually, I couldn't. I'm like content locked there
Oh,
because
sure.
of contracts and everything.
Oh,
But
that one. Wow.
but
I can see a game where you want to be a monster and start eating people and
indies,
destroying
be
shit.
careful with the contracts you sign because you can get fucked. So, yeah, be really
Awesome.
careful. Read the contracts.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's based in my hometown where I'm based off. It's based in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So you'll like destroy Pittsburgh and eventually like the whole world.
Very cool.
yeah, no, everything's like just going at it from scratch. Like I also like I've been doing games for 10 years,
Yeah.
but like programming has never been my like strong suit. So
Okay.
this was like a great opportunity to like really learn
Oh,
how to do
interesting.
C# and everything. So I want to do everything from scratch in this game.
Sure.
That's
Are you a solo
kinda-
dev then, or?
Yeah, so far,
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah. I mean, the last project we had a 10-person team,
Sure,
but
yeah.
now I'm back to solo dev roots, and
Yeah, no, it's
been
just like
great.
it's interesting with like solo dev stuff. Is sometimes like it's not hitting like the art and tech side, but it's
Yeah.
interesting that your game is like it's got those really cool shaders with that art stuff. Also, I'm looking at a wall right now, a very cool art. Is this yours or?
Yeah.
Really?
We're selling these prints to try to like raise funds, and I actually
Okay.
just opened a shop.
Okay.
So you can buy like the hats and you can buy the prints. The hats right now are just for the competition. But,
Okay.
yeah.
And where can people get that stuff from?
Shop.colorfiction.co.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. No, thanks. Actually, the stuff looks
and
really.
yeah.
It's just your booth looked really cool, so
Thank
I had to
you.
stop by.
I thought it looked very like low budget, but I'm glad people love it.
Kind of- it's better.
I'm
budget
hard
than
on
your
myself.
It's better than your 0 Degree North one. I'll say
Oh,
that. That
thank
one
you.
looked a little.
That's what my mom said. I sent her a photo. She was like, "It looks much better."
It
than
looks
the other
much.
one."
It does look much better. All right, no, I really appreciate you taking the time. So I hate to ask this at PAX. I know it's gonna
Yeah,
be dirty.
yeah.
When is this coming out? Anytime soon?
Yeah, so the Steam page is up, so you can wishlist it right now.
Okay.
The demo is gonna come out in June,
Okay.
and I'm working on it part-time, but hopefully I can work on it full-time, and it'll come out maybe like March of next year.
Okay.
That's
perfect.
kind of the estimate. Let's see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate taking your
No,
time.
no, no. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah.